Hi everyone, welcome back to the Creator Seed Diaries for Botanical Interests. I'm Shweta, the creator of masalandchai.com. It's an Indo-American food blog where I use my garden to create really well-tested, approachable Indo-American recipes for you to try at home. I have lived here for decades and I've never quite seen a frost event where I live. While other zones are just waking up for the spring, it's actually the opposite here. We're starting to put up our shade cloth. We're figuring out how our plants are gonna survive. I personally have a lot of peppers in my beds that are perennial and that I would love it if they survived until the next years and years beyond. So putting up shade cloth, coming up with microclimate strategies are incredibly important in our gardens here in Phoenix. Today, I'm sharing 5 of my favorite seeds from Botanical Interests. They germinate well, they grow fast, they help create shade. They all serve some type of purpose in a desert summer garden. First up, we're talking about tulsi, also known as holy basil. I think this is entirely underrated as a fun basil variety. You've seen purple petra, you've seen basil genovese, you see Thai basil. However, I feel like tulsi is not used enough. You can harvest tulsi to make tea. I love it with ginger and some honey, and it is so comforting. I highly recommend it. It is considered a medicinal plant in India, so we usually have it with our teas or like a lemon water in the morning. Just throw a few leaves in there, let it steep, add honey, add ginger, and it's delicious. It does have that aroma of basil, but I also feel like it has this tinge of roasted cumin almost to it. It's so savory, it's incredible. The next seed I wanna talk about is the castor bean of the Impala variety, which is the leaves just look so tropical to me. I remember being in Hawaii and I was seeing these everywhere and I was like, okay, I'm gonna need some castor bean at home. Turns out these are perfect for Arizona. I actually use them to create a microclimate in my garden. They are extremely heat tolerant. This tree just made it through our mild winter, so it's kind of looking sparsely, but as it gets hotter, it's gonna have so much new growth. Just look at this. So this is really just gonna blow up, and these beautiful tropical looking leaves will create tons of shade for a lot of my more tender tropicals back here. I do have a jaboticaba, I have cinnamon, bay leaf, and all of those do need shade in the summers here. One thing I will mention is it is toxic. Yes, this is the plant that's grown commercially for castor bean oil. However, if you have kids or pets that like to nibble on things in your garden, this plant maybe is not for you. As this grows, you will see these beautiful red seed pods. They're so gorgeous, but they are toxic and they will pop open and spread their seeds everywhere. So you want to make sure you're cutting those off before it dries out, before it pops open, and you have little castor bean seedlings everywhere. And again, if you have kids, if you have pets, then maybe just this is not for you. The next seed we're talking about is one of my favorites from last summer. It is the Armenian cucumber. Now it does say it's a cucumber, but it is actually a melon. It tastes exactly like a cucumber. It's not very seedy. And it is incredibly mild. It does super well in salads. Basically anything you would use a cucumber, you could use the Armenian cucumber. It also does not get bitter in the heat like a lot of cucumbers do. So this is the variety that I plant when all of my other cucumbers get tired and crispy from our hot sun. This is where I grew my Armenian cucumber last year on this trellis right here. It's 8 feet tall, but I'm actually gonna move this over so that I can rotate my crops. You wanna sow Armenian cucumber when your soil temperature is warm. So you could do it around 60 degrees, but you'll get better germination at 70 degrees to 90 degrees. Now, these are sensitive to root disturbance, so you ideally just want to direct sow them when your soil is warm. This next one will be quick, and it's actually the quick snack cucumber. Now, it does say mini indoor because you could actually grow this indoors. I actually have it outside in a small space because it's ready in only 38 to 45 days, so it will produce prolifically before the summer sun even sets. All you need is a little trellis like this, and you could actually grow this cucumber indoors. And I also have it in an area area that's a little bit of a microclimate, so it does get shade in the afternoon. So while I'm waiting for this Armenian cucumber to take off, I will have these little cucumbers right next to it ready to go. What is summer without watermelon? And I have a very interesting pick for you, which is this mountain sweet yellow watermelon variety. It is the yellow version of the red variety that's grown in the Northeast. Melons, and especially watermelons, love the heat. I actually had it growing on this raised bed at the edge, and I had 3 vines just sprawling off the side and onto the rocks. They must have had around 140 to 150 degrees of radiated heat, and no issues. The birds and the ants obviously loved the watermelon. They were very curious. They got to a few before I did, but this variety is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm really excited for you guys to go ahead and give it a try. Summers are starting to heat up around the country, so take it from a desert gardener. These are definitely seeds that you want to try. Desert gardening is possible as long as you know which seeds to plant when and you have the right tools to be successful. You could check out all of the seeds that I mentioned in the links below on botanicalinterests.com. Be sure to check out the other amazing creators and their diaries because they have some very unique seed varieties that they've chosen and great tips to go along with it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Botanical Interests YouTube channel. And again, you could find me at Masala and Chai on all platforms or on masalaandchai.com for my Indo-American recipes.